There's three parts to getting fast results from your workouts, from whatever fitness regimen that you're doing. Those are intensity, recovery, specifically efficient recovery, and strategy. And I'm going to break those all down for you right now in a way that makes sense. And I'm speaking from my own personal experience as well as other people's experience. If you saw my first before and after, between 0 and 90 days, it's an infomercial transition in a short period of time, except I've never been featured on an infomercial before, but I had the intensity, I had the efficient recovery, and I had the strategy going for me. So between 0 and 90 days, gosh, if you've never seen it before, feel free to ask me and comment below if you'd like to see that. I'd be happy to share it with you. It'll blow your mind. And comment below yes or no, depending on your answer to the question, would you like to get faster results if you're going to do all of that hard work? It's probably going to be a yes. And if that excites you, then subscribe, hit the bell so that you're notified each time I make a new video, and click the like button because that really helps me with the YouTube algorithms. Okay, so the first one, intensity. So the intensity part is kind of self-explanatory, but when you're doing your workouts, you want to go right up to the edge of how much you can take without getting injured. So don't go over that edge, because that's really what that edge represents. It's that edge of up to the point of just before injury, but do not go over it, because if you go over it, you got to stop for a while, and it's really discouraging. A lot of people never start back up again. So first and foremost really is safety, okay? So when you're bringing the intensity, proper form, really know what you're doing, have a really great trainer or a really great video you can follow along. And it's a perfect time for me to plug in my videos, Change Makers. And I've also got my playlist on YouTube where you can find specifically the workouts. And Changemakers is my Facebook group where I regularly design new workouts that I take you through step-by-step built-in modifications so that anybody of just about any fitness level, they should be able to do it with the proper intensity that works for them. And as the individual gets better, that intensity is always going to be the same, but for what they're capable of inside that intensity is going to get better, because those videos have the strategy and I go over the intensity. I also go over efficient recovery in all of these videos as well. So a big part of this is knowing what to do. And if you're brand new, maybe if you're not brand new, maybe you've never really learned what to do in a safe but effective way, this could be a really great option for you. So just hit me up and I'm happy to share that link with you. Okay, so that's intensity. You just worked out your body really hard. So next, the opposite, the yin and the yang, right? You need the rest, the recovery, the active recovery. And that covers a lot of ground. So basically what that is, the active and efficient recovery, as well as the passive recovery, that's everything from what you're doing between sets. If you're doing a workout that has you stopping for a few breaths or whatever, then you pick back up, or a minute. Some people call it high intensity interval training, whatever it is. There's an active moment of recovery. Maybe you're doing this, some huggers, letting gravity do the work. You're not stopping, you're shaking things out, then you move on to the next set. Well, the whole purpose of that is to get your body to come back into the next set as strong as possible. So instead of just standing there or, eating a jelly donut or whatever, you're actively maybe tractioning out the joints, stretching out a little bit, catching your breath, and then you go back into the next one as strongly as possible. So efficient recovery is the name of the game there between sets. Another big part of the recovery is going to be what you do right after the workout. So instead of just stopping when you're done, you want to do a good cool down. Your muscles are super tight now because you just brought on the intensity part, worked them hard. Now they're tight. So now you want to stretch those muscles out, and a really good cool down that involves bringing down your breath, your heart rate at a reasonable rate, and your blood pressure, as well as elongating your muscles, your muscle bellies, tractioning out the joints with some ballistic stretching and things like that. And also with static stretches, now that the body is all warm from that workout, you might even be able to break new ground in your stretching and create new mobility that you've never had before. So that's also a part of recovery, efficient recovery. So if you don't do those things after a workout where you really bring on that intensity, then you're probably going to experience more soreness than you need to. So if you do a proper cool down, you're tractioning out the joints, stretching out, elongating everything, so everything just shrunk, and all the little micro tears that happens in the muscle fibers from the workout. If you do that properly, the cool down, then you're going to reduce the soreness to a degree, which means you're going to be able to come back for the next workout the next day more quickly with more power, more strength than you would have otherwise, which means you're going to get quicker results. So the name of the game there is the intensity, and then you match that with even harder rest and relaxation, recovery, cool downs, the whole efficiency of that. So there's an old saying, play hard, rest harder, recover harder. Efficient recovery. Okay, so the next part of efficient recovery is going to be, you're done with the workout, you're done with the cool down. It's going to be how you spend the rest of your day, how you sleep at night. When you're sleeping at night, growth hormone is activated, and that has a lot to do with healing the entire body from whatever you've been doing that day. So really great sleep, and if you get in a great workout with the intensity, well, the opposite of that intensity is going to be, it goes back to the recovery. So that's how, working out really good is going to help you sleep better. It just is. It's wonderful. A lot of people, all they need to do to sleep better is just get in a really great workout and some great recovery, and then that's going to extend into a really good night's sleep. So that's also part of it. And the rest of the day is, it's also how you nourish your body. So recovery is also going to address the what you put in your mouth, the liquids that you take in, the food that you eat, how you nourish your body, how you nourish your body's cells, those 1 trillion cells that make up your body. You just brought on the intensity. Now you need to nourish them and take care of them. You did that awesome cool down. So the rest of the day and the following day and the day after that, you want to replenish what you just depleted in your body. You want to drink a lot of water. You want to take in a good plant-based whole food diet that works for you, that replenishes the vitamins and the minerals. And right after a workout, there's a period where your body is like a sponge after that intensity, where if you get the proper recovery nutrition beverage afterwards, then it's going to go a long way towards repairing those little micro tears and just helping your whole body recover more quickly, so that you can come into your next workout more quickly with more intensity and therefore get faster results. Because after a workout, the name of the game after that intensity is, it always goes back to, right after the intensity is over, it always goes back to how fast can you efficiently recover. Because if you have a slow recovery time, then it's going to take a while for you to be able to bounce back and do another strong workout. It's going to make the results take much longer than they need to be, versus you get really good at this efficient recovery stuff, then you're going to just get faster results, like I did inside of that first 90 days. And like you see those people in those infomercials, the ones that are genuine anyway. So great sleep, and eat really amazing food throughout the day. Don't add sugar and salt to stuff. Drink lots of water. Herbs and spices instead of salt and sugar. Not a lot of oils. Healthy whole food fats from whole food sources. And you're going to go a long way to nourishing your body appropriately, and also fueling your body to fuel the intensity of your workout. So it's not just a mind thing where the willpower, I'm going to be intense, but you also want the raw materials in your body to fuel your workouts, because you match that with an intense mindset for you're going to work out hard, then your workouts are just going to be that much more intense without getting injured. And then right after, you match that with the efficient recovery, with the cool down, then the rest of the day with how you eat and how you nourish your body, the beverage, and then a great night's sleep. And then you wake up in the morning, and then you have a morning ritualistic activity of the beverage, the nutrition that you're going to feed yourself to feed your next workout that day. And because you're recovering so efficiently, you're going to get in a really great workout where you can bring more intensity. So there's a pattern here between intensity and then efficiency of your recoveries. They go back and forth. They're complementary of each other. They work hand in hand. One progresses the other, sort of like how your feet walk, left foot, right foot. They are both progressing the other. Okay, very complementary, and it's very important that you understand that. Okay, so by the way, if you're digging this, don't forget to hit subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any of my videos. All right, so the strategy part of it. The strategy, the safety is certainly going to be under that umbrella of strategy. Because if you're working, let's say, just for example, you're constantly working your biceps, because that's what a lot of people think about when they think about lifting weights, for example, but they don't really think about the triceps. So maybe if you don't have strategy down, you're going to do all kinds of bicep work. Now you've created a muscular imbalance on the elbow joint. You've made this very unstable and vulnerable for injury. So you want to work your tricep just as hard as you do your biceps. So you need a strategy for that, but at least you need the idea to be implanted in your brain first so that you can get to the strategy part of it. And the same thing with your knee joint, joints. You want to develop muscles on, every aspect around those joints, the angles, and every joint in your body, so that you've got a good muscular balance and you don't have a muscular imbalance, because you want to be less vulnerable to injury and more viable in your workouts, as well as transferred over into the real world. That's super important. And strategy has a huge part to do with that. And again, that's where you want to rely on other people's expertise, whether you're doing a full-on fitness program or you're following somebody else along, like me, for example. Don't forget to let me know if you'd like access to my Changemakers group or my playlist on YouTube. If you don't see it, just let me know. I give them away for free, by the way, so you have access to them. And if you dig that kind of thing, I'd really appreciate you hitting that ravishing like button, because I spend a lot of time on these videos and giving all that stuff away for free. And so the way you can pay me back is not so much with money, just hit the like button, comment, and it really helps me with the YouTube algorithms to get more exposure. Okay, so the strategy not just goes towards your safety, but the strategy is also going to help you get results more quickly, right along with intensity and the opposite of intensity, which is the recovery, the efficient recovery. So all three of those things, strategy, intensity, and the recovery, efficient recovery, those are the three variables, the three parts that is being covered with anybody that gets really fast results in their fitness regimen, where they go from, take my story, for example. I think somebody said I went from scrawny to brawny in 90 days. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. It was quite a compliment. Or from flab to wow, I think somebody said, for like somebody else's results, and just on and on and on. That's how you do it more quickly, those three parts. So you don't want to skip any of those three, and they all intertwine, intersect together. I guess that would be part of the strategy, right? I think so. Well, my friends, if you got value from this, I deeply appreciate it if you let me know in the comments, and like, share, tag your friends, and there's more videos coming. You can also see more of what I'm about on my website, tombirkenmeyer.com, just like it's spelled here in social media and on YouTube, tombirkenmeyer.com. I appreciate you. Much love. Mwah. And check out some of my workouts, and let's start learning together and creating a really wonderful, healthy life that just makes life, I guess, better if you're stronger and you got the breath and the vitality, right? If you got the breath, the energy, and the vitality, we got we have everything we need to go after our dreams.